This card right at the top, but she's in reverse. And when that beauty is in reverse, that means she's not in her best form, and we usually call her the bitch. So you might have been a bitchy, whiny kind of a Cancer girl recently, and probably that is not, it's not really appealing, but you sure get what you want with it. So it's very interesting. So maybe what this means is that around you are a lot of people how do I say that? Well, let's put it this way. What we put out, we get back. So if you're putting out sort of a needy vibration, then you're going to be around people who are also needy. If you're putting out the vibration of having your act in gear and being in charge and doing, being the leader and getting your things in order, then that's what you're going to attract, the same kind of women. If you're an independent, strong woman, you're going to attract independent, strong women. If you're a needy or codependent type of personality, you're going to attract that. So what this tells me is in the recent days, you have been kind of bitchy and whiny, so then you get to attract bitchy and whiny. Sorry to say. But on the other hand, there's part of that is really good for you, because you really then get to, it's almost like when you're bitching and whining and people come to your defense, you really know who loves you, you know who cares about you. It makes you feel, you need to feel that almost to know where you stand in a relationship. Interesting, I never knew that about Cancers, really, but it does show that, that when you're down and out, you see who your friends are, who comes running, who comes to your rescue. And I think that often you may find yourself in need, and that is what happens. But when you don't get your way, or when someone does something you don't like, I would say in the last little while I've been feeling kind of crappy about it, and that actually is calling into your life things that you don't necessarily want. So you need to consider that. You may be in a relationship where, although there's good things in the relationship, you're not getting everything you need out of it. Maybe your relationship is not holding you in high regard. Maybe maybe you feel drained around that person, and then that's what makes you realize it isn't the one for you. So I'm going to say with the Eight of Swords in reverse is you may be releasing yourself from a relationship because it isn't serving your highest good, and it isn't bringing you up. And maybe that's what's been making you feeling kind of bitchy and crabby, because you don't feel super special. They don't make you feel super special. So either you have that good long talk and try to sort it out and maybe save the relationship, or you'll have a good long talk with somebody else who will help you out of that relationship, okay? As far as money goes, I'm going to say that with all the three cards I see here in reverse, and there's three major arcana cards in reverse, that tells me that you've been experiencing some karma. In this life, many Cancers have probably have been codependent on other sources of income. Maybe they just don't make as much income as they need to manage the expenses of life right now. So I'm going to say that, you may have to kind of be really, I don't know, I don't want to say it that way, but you might have to be a little bit shady and not tell everybody how much money you're getting so that you can actually pay your bills. So I'm sorry to say that, but if you've got money coming in over here, you better not tell the money over here that this money's here, because then this money might stop. You figure out what I'm talking about, but you understand. So it doesn't look like you're, you might also, how do I say this? You might have to let go of a job that isn't paying you the money that you would like. Or you may have to let go of a job, but you can't yet because it's the only money that you've got coming in. So you're going to be struggling with that whole thing about your job, your workplace, your money, your lover, whether you're happy in that relationship or whether you can afford to leave it. So these things are going to be mulled over in your head over the next little while, and I'm being told to warn you not to make any rash decisions. Talk to friends, but if I were you, I wouldn't talk to friends that support your negativity. Sorry to say, but what you really need is someone with a different perspective. So go to your more unique friends, who even friends that maybe you haven't always aligned with or agreed with. Maybe because they may have an idea or some thoughts or some strength that you really could use right now. Instead of someone coddling and supporting your negativity, you find someone instead who's going to help you rise up and face the day with more vigor and confidence. Okay, I hope that helps. All right, so we're looking at overall money for the whole month of April, and as I said, you need to be really mindful, and you might also have somebody who owes you money who doesn't pay you back, sorry to tell you. And that might be significant, or maybe they ordered something and you put your money on the line and then they back out, something like that, okay? All right, so how about overall health? Overall health is pretty good. I mean, you've got a few battles, maybe you've got a few headaches that you have to, resolve and sort of work around, but I think that you're tough enough to handle it. You'll be fine. And how about love overall? Nah. It looks like to me, with the relationship energy, it looks like one person is putting more energy into the relationship than the other one. Cancer can easily be affected by other people's energy. They absorb. They're like the moon. They reflect and they absorb, right? Because that's their energy, is the moon. So they can be quite moody. And I'm going to say that this next month is going to be difficult for you. You'll be feeling like you really need more connection, more love, more kindness, more understanding. And because of that, you're going to reach out and try to get it. But unfortunately, we call in our the very energy we put out. So if you're putting out any energy of desperateness or sadness or depression or neediness of any kind, you're going to attract that. Okay, so you got to be really careful. Excuse me for a second. All right. So you do need to be very, very careful about that because, to be honest with you, we do attract what we are, who we are. And you may need these people to show that they're love and kindness and that they care about you when you're sad and when you're down and out. But really, it's just a big ball of neediness, codependence, and it really has to be addressed. You need to look at that part of your personality and stop allowing people into you that have a low vibration. Because the more you put out a low vibration, or the more people you attract with that low vibration, the more this gray cloud sits around you. And really, that's not what you're meant to be. You're meant to be a reflection to others. So if you're vibing low, you're drawing in the others, and everybody gets to see their yuckiness. I mean, yeah, it's good for shadow work, I suppose, but how's it feel, Cancer? How's it actually feel? Doesn't it feel terribly heavy? Doesn't it feel questionable? Don't you feel as if you need some more clarity? And instead of reaching out for people to feel sorry for you, wouldn't it be better to reach out for people who can help rise you up? So I say to you, get off this woe is me energy. Yes, there might be some situations in your life that make it difficult for you to really enjoy your life. However, there's a lot of good, and let's focus on that, okay? So as far as the month of April, if you are not feeling the love from whoever you're romantically involved with, then you're going to need to make a change. You're going to need to pull in some new love, some new opportunities, some more fun. People shouldn't just come to you for sexual energy, but what about having fun? What about going out and having fun? What about getting a back rub? What about, being nurtured and being loved and truly cared for? So I say that if you're looking for a love vibration, the opportunities are out there, but you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to carve out your boundaries, and you're going to have to rise up and see the value in you as a whole and draw those people to you that will hold you in a high regard. Okay? Yeah, you got to be careful not to pull in the codependence. And it's just, I think sometimes that, when you think that people are, caring about you when you're sad, that you're feeling the love, but that is really an unhealthy, that's a trauma bonding experience. It really isn't good for you. So I got to say that Cancer people need to get off that train and instead see your value. You're creative, you're loving, you have a strong emotion, and you're very psychic and sensitive. So I'm sure that you can do better. Pull yourself up.